Hello and welcome to day number 136 of the video diary, and I'm going to do the exact same as I did yesterday and continue this video as if it's just a one-day thing for the day in the life thing, just in case I end up sending it off to them. Alright then, so here's this day in the life of a sixth former, eh? It is, what is the date today? It's the 15th of December, and just walking to school now, running late because I don't get to bed till like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning because I'm always working extremely late because I've got loads to do. And by the way, I'm probably not going to make an interesting video for you, I'm not going to lie, mainly because I have 3-hour long programming challenge test, which is going to be immense. It's like the UKMT Math Challenge but for computing, which has got to be the best invention ever, like since sliced bread, including sliced bread, probably before then as well. So I've got that, and then I will be teaching the year 10s how to program in year 10, teaching the year 10s how to program in P4, teaching the year 10s how to program in period 4, and then I will be helping out and teaching the year 7s ICT in period 5, and then there's programming club after school. So busy bunny. I'm probably not the best person to do this, but balls to it. So let's go. Oh yeah, and I also have a physics fever. So whoever said college was just fun, it's not. It's just work. Oh, well, there we go then. It is 5:45, hence why it's so dark. And I'm not going to be using this for the day in a life thing, I just won't input anything in. Today's been a mental ass day. First things first, that Olympiad, it's Olympiad, not Olympiad. The Olympia computing challenge was amazing good fun. I have never sat a test that was that much good fun before in my life, and that seems really sad, but it was. It gave you 3 programs to program, and then you got to answer questions using either the code from that or adapted code and what have you. And what we did was you have to code it, and those people just made me lose track. The first question was to input a code, input a little bit of code in, input a number even, and then what it does is it finds all of the factors for it, the prime factors, that times together to make it up, and then it will find the product of the all of the non-duplicates. So if you inputted 100, the prime factors are 2, 2, 5 and 5. It will times together 2 and 5, ignoring the duplicated 2 and 5 to get 10. You basically do that for any number between 0 and 1,000,000. Right, and I did that, I got the program working, the program works fine. However, the bigger the number you have, the longer it takes to compute, and someone else has managed to do it better than me so that it goes faster, and I want to look at his code because he's a pretty good little programmer. He does YouTube as well, I swear he does. I may introduce him to you, but he did it better than I did, and I'm a bit jealous. Before I explained that just a second ago, question 2 on that paper was a ridiculous train question. I genuinely have no idea how to do it. And question 3 was one where you input a number into the system and it will transfer that number and convert it into its word. So if you type in 1, it will come up with O-N-E, 1, for example. And that's the program for that. Just put a light on and walk out. But if you put in like 11, it would come up with 1, 1, okay? Once you had the string, you could then change 5 letters. And the biggest possible number you could get changing 5 letters would be the next step up in your ladder, okay? And then you had to figure out how long the ladder is for each of the numbers between 1 and 999, with upper limit being 999. Figure out how long the ladder is, what the biggest thing is and stuff like that. That one, I know exactly how to do it. I know the exact method of how I was going to do it. I was going to convert all of the digits into ASCII code, then run it through each one and see if any of the binary matches. And if the binary doesn't match, if there's 5 of them or less, then it's possible. If not, then... And if it's possible, then keep running through the loop, keep going higher and higher and higher, and then the last possible combination is the one that you want. Done. But I ran out of time, unfortunately, and I don't think, because I was trying to find out, we started programming 2 years ago using really old software, VB6. Microsoft discontinued it, it was that old. But this year all the school's been updated to Windows 7, so we had to go on to VB.net, which is the new language, the new better language. And I would have known how to do this program in VB6, because you could just convert it into binary. You just put .ASCII or something ridiculous like that, or .2 binary or something like that. Yeah, .2 binary. We'll convert it to the binary. But I had half an hour searching the help menus in VB.net trying to figure out how to change to ASCII, and I couldn't find it. Blast. So, what else has happened today? Still keeping you in suspense, right? Well, otherwise, we was running around helping the Year 10s with programming. They've finished a questionnaire now. So they've all programmed a questionnaire. Many of them have been helped by me, some of them helped by some other douchebag in the year who just gives them code they don't understand and then doesn't teach them. He's not even that good a programmer. Oh, he just annoys me. So I've been teaching those. And then I taught the Year 7s, or helped supervise the Year 7s, because they're mental. And then I had my physics Viva. And I'd heard really bad things about Vivas. Anyone who's ever sat in a Viva has always said to me, Vivas are horrible, you're not going to like it. But I thought it wasn't that bad. Hey, put that light on there. But it wasn't that bad, I don't think. But they did say to me explicitly that your essay, and I took big, my head inflated at this point. They said, your essay is so good, it covers all of the simple stuff, so we're going to have to ask you really hard questions to make up for the fact that you've done such a good essay. I'm like, oh, what a shame, eh? But that meant that I got the most marks possible on my essay, so the interview isn't going to... You don't lose marks in the interview, you just gain them. So they asked me the really hard questions, and I sat there and answered them. Just kind of, like, I don't know how I answered them, I just did. I kind of... If you would have asked me beforehand, do you know this answer to this question? I would have gone, no, I've got a foggy start here. But I kind of just like, it's like a combination of making it up or using common sense. And worked. They said, oh, that's a very good answer to a question that most people would struggle at. I don't know. As you do. So then, today, as a whole, it's been a very good day. We finished the computer science. We finished the computer science quiz thing. Not quiz, what am I talking about? That test, that 3-hour test, that was brilliant, good fun. I'd happily redo it again, I'd happily do a past paper of it again, that's awesome. I might see if I can find any past papers just for fun. What else is there? That was brilliant, good fun. Also, the physics, that was actually quite good fun. Teaching the little kids, that was quite good fun as well. But the most fun of all, right, and it might explain my dancing earlier, but exactly 5 weeks ago today, 35 days ago, and yes, I did use my daily vlogs to calculate that. I'm sure you might have possibly remember that I started programming chess. And today, 5 months on, 35 days later, it is completely 100% finished. And I couldn't be happier. I genuinely feel like I've graduated. This is like the bestest thing ever about computing, is you sit there and you pour 5 weeks of work into something. Granted, I've been doing physics, YouTube, physics, YouTube, personal statements, everything around it, and I haven't been doing 5 weeks straight. I could have condensed that down into a couple of weeks if I really had the time, or no other subjects put that much work on me. I could have done it in less time, but it took me 5 weeks, and they were really hard, difficult, strenuous weeks of really fighting algorithms, especially Czech, which is a swine. But when you get to the end, that feeling of massive accomplishment is second to none. It genuinely feels... I've just emailed my ICT teacher, my computing teacher even, she'll kill me for that, saying, like, I genuinely feel like I've graduated. And while chess is finished, the rest of the system isn't. Chess is just one half of my coursework, but I don't care. Chess was the hardest part of that coursework, and I just nailed it in 5 weeks. Oh yeah, my head could not be any bigger. Ah, right, okay then, so, since basically I've done my physics, I've applied to university, I've done chess, relatively, half of chess, the important bit, the difficult bit of chess. That is literally, apart from exams now, all pressure gone for Christmas. The only thing I have to do for Christmas, over Christmas now, is the rest of this system, which is going to take a day, tops, and revising for exams. So absolutely relax. And then, That does mean now I'm not doing physics, I'm not doing this, that, this. That means that I can pour more time into making videos again. Now I don't have chess to do at all. I'm so happy. I can just relax and only have to revise and do slight little bits to my chess system, which aren't difficult at all, Sid? Yes, it's happy for me too. So yeah, very briefly, because I'm not going to dwell on it at all, what I'm going to do now with chess is I'm going to export it, make it a full-on computer file that people can have, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to host a a chess tournament at school using my system, and I'll disguise it as, oh yeah, let's all have a chess tournament and play competitively. Oh, but while you're at it, test my system for me, make sure there's no bugs in it, because if there's a bug in it and I don't find it and the examiners do, I will scream. So I've got to release it out to as many people as possible because of how extremely massive chess is and how obscure the rules are and how easy it is for like just a random mutation in the board to just change an entire result and make it deep break. I need to release it to as many people as possible, get as many people playing it as possible, and get as many of those possible combinations tested as is humanly possible. So that's what my plan is for that. My plan is for everything else is just to slow down. I'm not going to do any work. Granted, it's midnight. I'm not going to do any more work now. I've already done a C3 paper today, and I've just got revision, the rest of chess, testing of chess to do, and that's it. And that is a brilliant feeling. It means I can be free again. I can just do everything I want to do, i.e. YouTube. So, I've had a brilliant day. I'm going to go down just now and just go to bed maybe. Screw it, I might go to bed before 1 o'clock. That's not going to happen, I'm joking. But that's going to be the end of today's video. So for tomorrow, and tomorrow begins the first day of my work, like proper workathon for my job, because I don't get many breaks from here till Christmas Eve. So for that, for the beginning of working virtually back to back on things that aren't schoolwork, but yet still relaxed because I haven't got the stress of everything else on me, I will catch you later. Does that make sense?